The sky has stayed silent for such a long time, not because I've distanced myself, but because I've been watching closely, waiting for the perfect moment when your heart can truly understand that what you are hearing is more than just another message, more than a random coincidence, more than a simple post or video. This is a call for help, a plea you've been waiting for, even when you thought it was too late to receive it. I've allowed you to come across this message right now because I know your heart. I know the battles you fought in silence, and I see the weight you carry, the one that no one else seems to see. I, your God, am telling you now, with all that I am, do not turn away from the miracle I've brought to you today. I know you're tired, I know your doubts, and I know you've been close to giving up, thinking your prayers never reached me. But I have heard every word, every tear, every quiet sigh. Each one is like a precious gift in my sight. I haven't been absent. I've been preparing the perfect moment, and that moment is now. Can you feel how close you are to the answers you've longed for? Don't let this moment slip away. This is not the time to look away. This is not the moment to lose focus. This is God's hour, and it's here now. Don't hang up, don't leave, and don't turn away, because in this message is the seed of a transformation that I have carefully prepared just for you. You've asked for change, you've sought a sign, and here I am, speaking directly to your heart. This is not just an emotion, it's my spirit. It's not just a coincidence, it's part of my plan. I'm calling you with eternal love. Stay, listen, and pay attention. If you ignore this message now, if you dismiss it as just another ordinary thing, you could miss what I have been preparing to change everything in your life. This message is the hand you've been waiting for, the one you imagined during your darkest moments when you thought no one would come to save you. Here it is. Here I am. Do not treat this like something ordinary, because it is far from it. Stay with me until the very end, not just out of curiosity or routine, but because within these words is something that holds the power to break the chains you've carried for so long. These words can free your mind from dark thoughts, heal your soul from wounds you thought were beyond repair, and restore what you believed was lost. What I am sharing with you here is not just human wisdom. It is a life-giving force, a flow that can enter your heart if you choose to open it. Now, pass this message to those you care about, because this word has the power to not only change your life, but theirs too. Speak it out, declare it, and share it. This message is the voice many have been waiting for, and you could be the one to carry it to others. It's not about a platform. It's not about a channel. It's a divine movement that has begun and is reaching out to you. It's about not letting go of the miracle you've been waiting for all these years. It's about saying to God, I am ready, Lord. Speak, for I am listening. You live surrounded by tough choices. I understand. You've been facing doubts, responsibilities, and worries, but you've kept going. You've smiled even when it felt like you were walking through a desert. There are nights when the silence of your room feels louder than any noise around you. There's someone you pray for every day, someone you care for deeply, who leans on your strength, and yet they don't realize how close you are to your limit. And now, right now, you might be thinking about giving up. You may wonder if it's all worth it, if perhaps you imagined that I had something special for you. You might think it's easier to continue as if nothing was ever promised. But I, your God, want to remind you that my promises still stand. I haven't forgotten, I haven't changed my mind, and I haven't canceled them. My faithfulness doesn't depend on your mistakes or your strength. It depends on my word, and my word never fails. So I ask you, please, do not ignore this call. Don't lose your spiritual sensitivity. Don't say later, because you might be closing the door to what you've been waiting for all this time. This may be your final chance to answer the call I've made from above, not as a threat, but as a loving warning, because I don't want you to miss out on what I have been preparing for you. Do you think I haven't seen everything you carry inside? Do you believe that your struggles have gone unnoticed in my eyes? No. I have seen it all, from the very first day when you felt you couldn't keep going, all the way to this moment when your strength is running low and your faith is barely hanging on. But hear what I am saying to you now. This is not the end of the road. What you are going through is not your final defeat. This is not the closing of your story or the last chapter. Even though everything around you tells you that there's nothing left to do, I am telling you that I am not done with you. What appears stagnant, lifeless, or forgotten, I will breathe new life into it. I am not limited by human limitations, reports, or what others think is possible. I don't speak from what's seen, but from my sovereign power. Where others see destruction, I see the perfect place to start anew. There is healing where doctors have given up. There is reconciliation where you feel only distance. There is return where you think all is lost. But hear me well, because all of this depends on your yes right now, the yes from someone who decides not to delay the miracle I want to give you today. Don't think I am unaware of your pain. I understand it more than anyone else. There is a weariness that no rest can heal. It's the weight of years of struggles, broken promises, and days when you've only risen out of duty, not hope. It's a tiredness that settles deep in your soul, the kind that isn't spoken aloud, but whispers in the silence of the night, saying, I can't keep going. It's the emptiness you feel when the day ends, wondering if you've made any difference, if you're building something meaningful or just getting by. I know you thought about giving up. Even if you haven't said it out loud, I've heard your deepest thoughts. You've considered leaving everything behind, accepting less than what you've dreamed, settling for what's here, for what comes your way. But today, I am here to tell you that what I have for you is far greater than a fading hope. What I offer you is certainty. Certainty that something is on its way to you, something so wonderful, so unexpected, and so perfectly right that it will make sense of every tear you've held back, every sacrifice made in silence, and every prayer that felt unanswered. None of it has been wasted time, and none of it has been words lost in the air. You have never been alone for even a moment. You see it now. I have been there, sometimes quietly, yes, but always present, watching, protecting, planning, and preparing the right moment. And this is it. I don't want to simply touch your story like a fleeting moment. I want to completely write it. I didn't come to fix what's broken by patching up the cracks. I came to make everything new, to begin a chapter no one saw coming, to put words in place where only silence and sighs used to be. But this new story doesn't begin with a miracle from the outside. It begins with a decision from within. Your decision. The decision to not close this message, not to turn away now, but to stay, to listen, because this is not just entertainment, it is something sacred. The envy that has surrounded you, the harsh words meant to bring you down, the judgment from those who didn't know your struggles, I have seen it all. I'm not blind to the injustice that's followed you. I haven't ignored the betrayal, the misunderstandings, and the loneliness that tried to silence you. Today, I declare to you, with all of heaven's support, that everything is being judged right now in the heavenly courts, and the decision is in your favor. People will see for themselves what I am about to do in your life. Not because you're looking for attention, not because you need to prove anything to anyone, but because I am a God who honors those who stand firm, those who keep trusting even when everything seems to be working against them. To you who kept believing with tears in your eyes, to you who did let go of my hand even when you didn't understand my plan, to you who chose to wait in faith instead of accepting what the world had to offer, I will reward you publicly. I am no one's debtor, especially not to someone who has trusted me, even when I was silent. So, don't close your heart now. What is coming is even deeper. Every word you are about to hear carries a power that is being released into your spirit right now. Do not let yourself be distracted. Do not walk away, and do not ignore what you are feeling inside. This is not just a message, it is an eternal moment interrupting your present. I understand what it feels like to wear a smile on your face while your soul is breaking inside. You don't need to explain the times when everyone expects you to be strong, when you have to keep moving forward, pretending everything is fine, even when inside there is only the echo of a cry no one else hears. You have faced situations that have deeply marked your heart, moments that changed how you view life, how you trust, and how you dream. I know how many times you wanted to close your eyes not just to rest, but to escape from it all. But you are not here by chance. You've made it to this point because there is still something in your story that isn't finished. It has not been overlooked. Nothing you've been through has been lost. Every painful step, every silent tear, every betrayal that wounded your heart, every single thing has been noticed, recorded, and kept with a greater purpose. Where others may only see another life, I have seen a faithful heart that has weathered storms with an open soul, that has fallen, yet stood back up, even when you felt you had no strength left. And that does not go unnoticed by me. I didn't come to tell you about an ideal future or empty promises. What I speak over your life is something I have prepared for you with intention, with care, and with eternal purpose. I'm not improvising. I'm not just trying to figure out how to help you along the way. I have already seen your struggles, and for each one, I have already placed provision, deliverance, and redemption. I don't want to help you simply survive. I want you to live the fullness of what I dreamed for you before your heart ever began to beat. You've walked for so long with unanswered questions. You've learned to carry certain wounds as if they are part of you, as if there is no hope of seeing them healed. But those wounds were never meant to stay. You were not made to carry those burdens throughout your life. The pain you have felt was never part of the original plan. I know how many times you wondered if you were paying for past mistakes, if you were destined to live with that emptiness, as if something would always be missing. But today, I want to tell you that what you are going through is not a punishment, it is a transition. It is a preparation for a new season, one that will be unlike anything you've experienced before. You have endured more than you thought you could. You have held on to your faith when giving up would have been the easier choice. And even though it feels like you have nothing to show for all your effort, let me remind you that in the very places where others gave up on you, I was preparing you. In every delay, every moment of silence, and every loss, I wasn't just there, I was building something inside you that is stronger than any storm. Before I give you what you asked for, I decided to give you what you needed: strength, resilience, depth, and most importantly, a closer relationship with me. You don't need to prove anything to anyone, and you don't need to justify yourself. What's about to come your way is not because of what you've done, but because of my faithfulness. Even when your faith wavered, even when doubts crept in, even when fear tried to take hold, I haven't changed my mind about you. What I said about you is still true. My plans for you are unchanged. What I showed you in dreams, and the words that once shook your spirit, those things are still alive. They haven't been canceled, they've only been waiting. Now is the time for what I've been preparing in secret to be revealed. You don't need to chase after anything, because what's meant for you will come to you with heaven's strength behind it. What I have set aside for you has your name on it, and no one, no man, no situation, no failure can take it away. It's not about what you did or didn't do. It's about who I am. And I do not lie, I do not change, and I do not fail. Many things have been said about you. People have judged you without truly knowing you. You've been hurt by words that still echo in your mind. But what others say does not define your future. There is a greater plan, one that does not depend on human opinions. In the plan, there is restoration, there is redemption, and there is honor. Not to build your ego, but so that everyone around you will see that I am real, that I am still at work, and that my power is not a story from the past, but a living, present truth. Those who saw you fall, those who thought you were lost, and those who walked away when you needed them most, they will all see what I do in your life. But this won't be for revenge. It will be for divine justice. I honor the one who has walked in integrity even when no one was watching. The one who chose the path of righteousness even when it was hard, and the one who forgave even when no one asked for it. What's coming for you will not be small. It will be deep, lasting, and supernatural. And when it begins to unfold, you will know it wasn't by chance, it wasn't luck, and it wasn't coincidence. It was my grace, my hand moving out of love, out of covenant, out of faithfulness. Everything I have done has been for you from the very beginning. I know many times you have felt out of place, like you don't belong. You are present, surrounded by people, yet you carry an inner loneliness that you can't explain. You go through your days walking, talking, laughing, working, but something feels disconnected, as if the gears are turning but missing the force that gives it meaning. You wonder if you will ever experience the fullness of life that others seem to live so easily. What you don't realize is that this feeling is not a flaw in you. It is a sign that your soul is made for something deeper, something that can't be found in the surface-level things of life. You've tried to fit in. You've tried to adjust yourself to be understood, to be accepted. But what I placed in you was never meant to fit the mold of the ordinary. You were created with a unique purpose, a distinct identity that won't always be understood by those who haven't learned to see with spiritual eyes. You are not strange, you are not wrong, and you are not broken. You are set apart, reserved for something that hasn't happened yet but was planned long before you were born. You haven't been left behind, and you are not late. You didn't miss your chance at destiny. Everything that hasn't come yet isn't because it's not meant for you. It's because the time isn't right. The right time isn't the one set by your needs or anxieties, but the one aligned with eternity. On that clock, there are no delays, only processes. And processes aren't punishments, they are preparation. Sometimes, when silence lingers, it can make you question if you're going in the right direction. But know that every delay is part of your preparation. Sometimes, the lack of visible results can make you feel like you're stuck, but don't confuse a lack of movement with a lack of progress. There are seasons where what looks like stillness is actually an internal process that cannot be seen, but it is the very foundation for everything that will follow. It's like the roots of a tree growing in the darkness, strengthening it so that the tree won't collapse when the storm comes. You are closer to the manifestation of your dreams than you think, but it won't appear the way you expected. It won't come with loud announcements or grand signs. It will be subtle, and it will happen suddenly. And as you step into it, you will finally understand why there were so many no's, so many silences, so many pauses, and so many delays that you didn't understand. Everything will fall into place because it was never just about what you were going to receive. It was about the person you were becoming in the process of being ready to receive it. I have been building you quietly, not because you aren't worthy of being seen, but because what I'm doing with you requires depth, and depth is built in intimacy. While others chased after recognition, you were shaped in secret. While others sought applause, you learned to hold on in faith when no one could see. That holds immeasurable value in heaven, and even though no one may have acknowledged it yet, there is a day marked on God's calendar when everything will be revealed, not for display, but for the fulfillment of your purpose. I know there are dreams you buried because the weight was too painful. I know there are desires you thought were too naive, as if wanting more was somehow wrong. But none of that has been wasted. Every seed you've sown is still alive beneath the surface of your story, and at the perfect moment, it will begin to grow. And it won't be because you did something extraordinary, but because you stayed when everything pushed you to quit. You held on to the promise, even when everything around you was telling you it wasn't worth it. Don't compare your journey with others. What I have for you is unique to you. What others receive won't take away from what is yours. What I give never runs out. There is no lack in my kingdom. Every destiny is written with perfect wisdom, and you, with everything you've lived through, everything you've felt, and everything you thought you had lost, are still part of that divine design. You are not in the shadows, you are not second best, and you have not been forgotten. You are being carefully positioned for the right moment. There are things you may not understand right now, but when my purpose is fully revealed, you will see that nothing was missing along the way. You were never lacking preparation, favor, or faith. The only thing that was missing was my kairos, my appointed time, that precise moment when everything comes together and everything falls into place. And now, you are close. Not because of an emotion, but because everything within you has led you to this point. You have been finely tuned, like an instrument, to be played at exactly the right moment. And that sound will bring life, impact, and purpose not just for you, but for those around you. You are standing at the threshold of something beyond your imagination, not because it's too great, but because it was designed in eternity to be revealed only when you were ready to receive it, not as a burden, but as a natural extension of who you have become. You felt the pressure to keep moving forward, not knowing exactly where. You've carried the weight of having to show that everything is fine, while inside, the compass of your soul seemed to have lost its way. But still, you kept going. Not from pride, not to pretend, but because deep within you there is a conviction that hasn't been broken, even when hope has wavered, a strength you may not always understand, but one that rises each time everything seems on the brink of falling apart. That strength is not yours. The resistance that keeps you going doesn't come from your own power or will. It's the result of an assignment that cannot be undone. There is a purpose over your life that is not shaped by your circumstances. It wasn't written based on your successes, nor erased by your mistakes. What has been spoken about you from above remains firm, unmovable, waiting for the right moment to be revealed with great power. Even if you can't see it yet, that moment is coming. You felt that many people don't understand your journey. Sometimes, you don't understand it yourself. You've been forced to move forward without answers, without a guide, and without clear direction. But let me tell you something few will understand. The most valuable thing I am shaping in you is not what you can say with words, but what others will see in your quiet example. Because you are not being prepared for the world's approval, but to endure what others couldn't bear. You are being prepared to carry spiritual weight, to hold truths that others could not bear, and to face battles that may not be visible but will transform you deeply. It is not punishment. It is not neglect. It is formation. Even the darkest seasons, the ones full of confusion, mental exhaustion, emotional emptiness, and complete silence, are not without meaning. They are telling a deeper story, one that is not measured by outward success but by the depth of what I have been building inside you, unseen by others. Many people seek results, but you have been called to carry my presence. Others chase after platforms, but to you, I have given a mission. This mission isn't passed down by human lineage. It cannot be earned through hard work, nor can it be bought with charm or effort. It can only be received through surrender. And though you didn't realize it at first, that is exactly what you have been doing each time you chose to keep trusting, even when you didn't understand. Every time you chose silence over defending yourself, every time you chose to love without getting love in return, every time you moved forward when the ground beneath you felt unsteady, you were surrendering. Do you know what truly moves my heart? Obedience that stays even when there's no immediate reward. The heart that doesn't grow cold despite rejection. The soul that continues to believe when no one else does. That is true faith. And that is what has kept you connected to a purpose far greater than anything your mind can understand right now. What you are experiencing is not a pause. It's an alignment, a transition that is correcting your course, refining the unseen details, and aligning the eternal with the temporary. The sky has remained quiet for so long, not because I've moved away, but because I've been watching closely, waiting for the perfect moment when your heart could understand that what you are hearing is not just any message. It's not a coincidence, not another video, not just another post among many. It's a rescue, an urgent call, the answer you've been waiting for, even when you thought it was too late to receive it. I allowed you to find this message at the exact moment because I know your thoughts. I know the battles you fought in secret, and I see the weight you carry, the burden that no one else seems to notice. I, the Lord your God, tell you with insistence and with all that I am, do not reject the miracle I am delivering to you today. I know you are tired. I know you doubted more times than you care to admit. I know you've been on the edge of giving up, thinking your prayers never reached me. But I have heard you. Every word you have spoken, every tear you shed, every silence I had been kept in my presence, like a precious perfume. I have not been distant. I have been preparing the perfect moment, and now that moment is here. Do you realize what you might be missing just because you hesitate? Do you know how close you are to seeing the answer to what you've asked for? This is not the time to be distracted. This is not the time to walk away. This is God's hour. Do not close this now. Do not leave this place. Do not turn away, because this message contains the seed of a life-changing transformation that I have carefully prepared for you. You've cried out for change. You've asked for a sign, and here I am, speaking directly to your heart. It's not just an emotion, it is my spirit. It's not coincidence, it is purpose. I beg you with eternal love, stay, listen, pay attention. If you get distracted now, if you dismiss this as just another message, you could lose why I have prepared to completely change everything in your life. This message is the hand you've been waiting for, the one you imagined during your darkest nights when you thought no one would come to help you. Here it is. Here I am. Do not ignore this as something ordinary, because it is not. Stay with me until the end, not just out of curiosity or habit, but because this word holds the power to break the chains you've carried for years. Words that can free your mind from dark thoughts, heal your wounded soul, and restore what you thought was lost. What I am offering is not just human words. It is a river of life that can flow through you if you choose to open your heart. Now, share this with those you love, because this message has the power to change not only your life, but theirs as well. Speak it, declare it. This message is the voice many have been waiting for, and you may be the one to carry it to others. It's not about a channel. It's not about a platform. It's about a heavenly movement that has begun and wants to reach you. It's about holding on to the miracle you've been asking for all these years. It's about saying to heaven, I am ready, Lord.